Let's talk about dungeon game. So this is pretty long introduction. So basically, you have to starting from the top left to bottom right, and you can only go rightward or downward, and you have to return a minimum HP. To be honest, and this will be it. So based on this introduction, um, from every step you go through, right? You either plus or either a plus, you either plus or either minus, right? You have to find out your minimum HP. So basically, I need to create a 2D array DP, and I'll initialize everything to integer the max, and I was starting from my bottom right because this will be easier for me to just return the value. So basically, I starting from the bottom right, and I need to initialize my right and downward to +1. This is because you can only finish from top left and then going down probably and then going right, and then you will probably finish at this destination, and probably starting from here again and then going down, and then you'll finish at this destination, and this will be at least 1 HP, right? You cannot have 0 HP. So without too much talking, then let me just start coding. So I'm going to say int equal to dungeon dot length, and then m equal to dungeon dot 0 dot length, and I need to initialize my 2D array dp equal to new int, and then m+1 and m+1, right? You need to include the extra column and row, right? So let me just copy the dungeon. So when I want to traverse again, so for int I equal to 0, I less than equal to n, I plus plus, I need to initialize my 2D array, array that fills, my DPI will be integer the max value. This is because you will not finish at this destination. This is not allowed. You can go right, go down, and then you cannot go right at this position because you have to go through at this destination. So after that, I will have to initialize my 1 on the bottom right. So dp m-1 m will be 1, and dp n m-1 will be 1 as well. So n represents 3 in this scenario. So 3 minus 1 is 2, 2, 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3, which is 1, and 3, 2 is 1 as well. So this will be pretty much it. So I can actually starting from this index. So I will become -1, I greater to 0, and then I minus minus, and same thing for the int j equal to m-1, and then j greater equal to 0, and then j minus minus. Alright, and whatever you do, right, you can only go from right or go from bottom right, go from rightward or downward. So basically, you just have to compare your right and bottom. So HP will become max.min and dungeon at, sorry, it's not dungeon, so it's dp at I +1 j. This is going downward, and then dp I, and then j+1. This is going rightward, and you have to minus the dungeon, your current value ij. So when you want to go through this HP, right? You need at least 6 HP for sure, right? 6 minus 5 is 1 HP, so you can rescue the princess. You cannot say 5 minus 5. You cannot have 5 HP, which is 5 minus 5 is 0. 0 HP, you cannot rescue the princess. You have to be strong, so which is 1. So if the HP is less than 1, and since we are subtract by the negative value, which is positive in this case, so if you have this big integer, big HP right over here, so when you traverse these cells, you don't actually need too much HP, right? Too many HP. So when you subtract by 30, and you will have less than, negative value on the HP. So if you have negative HP, so I just assign dpi to the 1, and you only need 1 HP for that. So basically we are not going to traverse this path, to be honest. We have to find out probably another easy path for sure. So dpi and j, if that is not less than 1, we have to just assign to HP, and this will pretty much it. So maybe I just quickly going through. So this will be 6, right? So 1 minus 5 is 6, and then later on, since this is column, right? So going right, going left, sorry, going left, and this is positive integer, and integer is the max, and this is 6. So definitely 6 is minimum. So 6 minus 30, and which is negative value, so this become 1. And again, I'm going to have a column 0. So positive integer the max, and 1. So you pick 1. 1 minus 10, so it's still less than 1, which is 1. And then probably I just have to reassign. Okay, so now this is a second column. Second row. So index 0, 1, 2, column 2. So this will be what? Positive integer, and then this is 6. So find out the minimum, which is 6. 6 minus downjoin ij, which is 1, which is 5. So 5 is not less than 1, so you just assign to 5. And this will be exactly the same thing. So when you traverse everything for the rest, you will get the final minimum HP for the top left, and just return what? Return the BP 0, 0. And this will be it. So let me just run it. Hopefully I don't make mistake. And no, I don't. So let's talk about the time and space complexity. For the space, this is pretty simple to understand. You need n by n, right? N by n, and then time is also n times n, which is n by n, and this will be the solution. And it's pretty, it's pretty hard question, but I don't think it's hard, because when you just create another column and row, you'll be able to solve it. And I will see you next time. Bye.